And my doctor visit.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to an interesting discussion sometimes. I'm back with Harsha, Tarun, and Christian. I'm Haran. And this week we got one of my good friends, Anant. I don't know what to say.
What's so special about him?
That was pretty good so far.
I mean, I didn't really introduce you that well, though. Anant, he's a very smart, athletic, avid reader. I don't know what. UVA alum, yeah.
You're not really doing him like very well, are you?
This is the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. All right, thanks for the introduction and thanks for having me on your podcast. So like Haran said, my name is Anant. So I graduated from UVA, the same as like all four of you. So I'm in class of 2020. So I guess right now I'm technically a student at the University of Virginia School of Medicine. I guess for like personal medical reasons, I decided to defer my first year. So I'm going to technically begin in this coming fall as like a first year student there. In terms of hobbies, I guess, I don't have like a large number of hobbies. I guess school and stuff has kept me pretty busy. But I like to like pretty much just stay active in like multiple different ways. Like my main hobby, I guess, is basketball, but like I like to run, I like to work out, things like that. I guess now with like the pandemic and stuff, we kind of have to find different things to do at home. So I'm trying to like, I guess, experiment with new things, but mostly I like to read. I even tried like drawing recently. That was a like pretty big failure.
I respect it.
But I'm working on it. But yeah, those are my main hobbies. I mean, I don't really, I guess, have a lot of different interests outside of like, I guess, school and like staying active, but I'm trying to do different things, but yeah.
Yeah, Anant's actually one of the most active people I know. The reason I say that is because when we visited UVA to like, go out and drink or whatever, the morning after, I would sleep in Anant's place, right? And the morning after, Anant, like by the time I woke up, Anant would have gone on a run and then he'd be making like a dozen eggs.
No, that was for all of us, dude.
Yeah, I know, but it was just like so much. And then Car would wake up and then he'd put like another dozen eggs on. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Dude, that's actually such a throwback, like thinking about that.
And I swear every time we like got to UVA, like Anant was just at the gym, just be like,
yeah,
hey,
most
I'll
of the
be home
time
in like 2 hours.
Yeah, every single time. I think most of the times I used to go, I would like always meet Anant at the gym. Because he'd be like, "Oh, pick me up, or like, let's play ball right now." I'm like, "I just got here, bro. I just drove 2 hours. I'm not in the mood."
But you don't just like play basketball. I mean, like you do play basketball, but like you also helped out with the women's team, right?
Yeah. So I don't know how maybe they do it at Tech too, but at UVA they have like a practice team for the women's team. So like there's a tryout for people that are interested, and then they select like 12 to 15 people based on the tryout. And I guess I was fortunate to be selected. It was a pretty fun experience, I would say, practicing with the women's team. I mean, they're very good. I think like one of the players, Jocelyn, she was the 10th pick in the WNBA draft.
Oh shit!
Last year, yeah.
Damn.
So she was good. And like a lot of the other players are really good, and like it was a fun experience. I got like a lot of free like gear and stuff, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty fun.
Did you like try out or to get the position, or like how'd it go?
Yeah. So they had a tryout, I guess, before the season. It was like October, maybe November. I don't recall. But so yeah, there's like 15. There was like a decent amount of people at the tryout, but I think they select like 12 to 15 people from the tryout. And yeah, so like I was selected. A couple of my friends were also selected, so it was a pretty fun experience. Just. In general, practicing with them, and they're all really good, and the coaching staff is actually pretty funny too. Yeah,
nice.
That's pretty sick.
Anant, did the tryout include King of the Hill?
No, there was no King of the Hill. I would have been screwed if there was King of the Hill. I don't know. Do you guys all know this story of the King of the Hill? The reason Harsha brings it up.
No. The podcast.
So like. I don't know when this was. I feel like it was like 9th grade.
Yeah,
maybe
sometime
10th
in high
grade.
school.
But we went to one of our like friend's house. I think it was Troon's house, different Troon. And we were playing on this like mini hoop. I don't know why we didn't raise it, but we were playing on like maybe an 8-foot hoop or something, and we were just playing King of the Hill, right? And so if anyone doesn't know how to play, it's pretty much just like one-on-one repeatedly with like how many people that are there. And so Harsha like kept scoring on me because he would like shoot and I would like give him a shot and then he would make it, right? And then he would take a step back and then make the next one. Then he would take a step back and just make the next one. And it went on for like 8 points. And then I think the last shot we were playing on the road and then he hit it from like the opposing big yard.
Oh my God.
He just banked it in. And I was like, bro, I'm never playing basketball with Harsha again.
Wait, that's literally
so
how Harsha
dumb.
plays one-on-one like all the time though. I guess me. I haven't seen Harsha play one-on-one with someone like that's like closer to his size. So I don't know if like that's just because I can't imagine Harsha like backing someone down. So I feel like every single time he's gonna get the ball at the check. He's just gonna like launch it. Like, cause that's what he does anyway. So
Yeah, he's got that like rocket ship.
to the moon.
I think it's like a trebuchet,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I practice my
That's a
post
big
moves
word.
with my brother because I'm like 20 to 30 pounds heavier than him.
Oh, man. I see Harsha and Ankit play one-on-one sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
You regret
Yeah,
watching
what
basketball
a
after that,
terrible
or-
day. That was a terrible day. Harsha like brings it up like once every 2 weeks too. So, oh,
That's the
man.
only way us short kings can compete with tall people, though.
Short kings, yeah. Yeah, my
That's
6'7" frame.
Speaking
But
of
yeah.
you and Harsha in basketball, did you guys coach a kids team together or like what is it like middle school team?
This is a 9th grade team. Yeah.
Oh shit, 9th grade.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm so salty about it.
Wait, why are you salty?
I mean, I don't want to. I don't at the kid who was our number 1 pick, but he let me down. He let us both down, I would say. Number one
Yeah, he
pick let
missed
us
a game
down
winner against our friend Andrew's team.
Oh damn.
in the playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah.
big bummer. But we had a kid who dropped like 50 points in a game, which was obscene. Yeah, props to him.
We like fiddled around with the substitution rule so that he could keep playing and score 50.
Did we do that? There was one practice where like or I don't know if it was a game, but I wanted to like see if I can put in like Harsha in the game and see if they noticed.
Yeah, because we had this guy with the Indian name and he didn't show up in the beginning, so now I was like just go in as him.
Yeah.
What if Harsha
Oh,
couldn't get
man.
buckets against 9th graders?
Probably not.
Dude, I don't think these kids are pretty decent.
Oh damn. Did y'all run like a zone defense or what's going on?
Yeah, we did a box and one. No, I don't remember. I don't remember. I think we just did man. I remember, Harsha, do you remember your essay you wrote about our team?
Oh yeah.
What?
So that was senior year of high school. So me and Anant were in the same Lang class. And we had to write a story based on like a song or like something. So I picked to write a story about a rap lyric. So I wrote a story about poetic justice where Kendrick is like something about like if a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it or something like that, right? So then I talked about 2 of our kids on our team who are both Asian and they're on separate gangs like Blood and Crip and Compton.
Oh,
And,
What?
and then at the end, one of them shoots the other one because he's brought up in a dark place. So even though he's nice on the outside, he still has the bad stuff in him, and then he kills the other guy who's like nicer.
Hey, how'd you do on this essay?
Yo, man.
Dude, I don't remember this part of the essay at all, man.
Wait,
Harry
that's
was
so
wild.
fucked.
How were the halftime team talks? Who led them? Like how'd you guys like split the coaching responsibilities?
Yeah, I didn't do much.
And I think it was like 70-30 maybe. Like I was 70%, Harsha was 30. And I would get pretty mad. Like, I realized I wouldn't be a good coach because like in high school, like after we graduated, I was the coach for like our summer JV team or summer varsity team, one of the two. And like during the halftime and like timeouts, I was just like so angry. Like I don't understand why. I don't know. It's different when you're playing, obviously, than when you're coaching. But when you're coaching, you see all these things, and when you're playing, you just don't see them. You know? And,
Yeah.
like, I guess like when I was in high school, like I would always get annoyed when the coach was like without you. But then as a coach, I
Do the
did
same
exact
thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from where you're sitting,
that's
you have a better view of like what's going on, so like you can be more. I mean, you can be like you can be more observant of what's going on, but then I guess you have to like deal with your emotions too. I guess. Goes both
Yeah.
ways.
Like the biggest discrepancy for me was I like as a like the first semester, second semester of college, I worked as like an IM ref, like intramural ref. And like normally when you're playing basketball, like you can clearly tell when something's a foul and something's not. But when you're a ref, like you really can't tell anything. Like it's hard. It's hard to ref. And I was so bad. I actually think I got fired for being a ref. But I'm pretty sure it's because I missed my shift. I don't know if it's because I was that bad of a ref, because there's some like really bad refs. But yeah, that's tough.
No, I used to yell at IM refs. I felt bad.
Dude, I just got so triggered because I think there was one time when we were playing IM and like somebody on our team who we know who I'm talking about, but we don't have to say their name. I don't remember if like somebody blatantly hit him in the face or if he just ran over somebody and
he runned over a lot of people, to be fair.
yeah, but
anytime
he got thrown out of the game, right? He fouled out.
Yeah.
Bro, and then there was a different game where I don't remember if it was me or somebody else like went to go block and the person just completely missed like everything, like didn't even hit the person and they still called a foul.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man. It's also IM refs, like, you know,
tough.
like, what are they going to do?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
Like, I knew a few of the refs because they were our age, so it's not like they were older and wiser. They were just getting paid.
Yeah, I mean, when you play, like, it's so obvious, but when you ref, it's not. I mean, I like, empathize with professional referees and stuff.
Oh, no.
Some things are kind of ridiculous, but yeah, I empathize with them.
Dude, the abuse they get, like, I wish we could, like, pick up on every single time, like, they get yelled at, dude. I just want to hear, like, the amount of stuff they get, like, on a daily basis.
The difference
When
is
are they gonna just start putting cameras in people's helmets and shit? I guess like for like basketball, you probably can't do that, but like football, right? They already have like microphones and like shit inside it, right? So why not just put like a camera on the top?
I think they've had,
I mean,
in sometimes, I think they've experimented with
they
that
could.
before.
I feel like the replay stuff really derails from the game or detracts from it. Like the fact that the last like 5 minutes of a basketball game can take almost an hour is ridiculous to me. Yeah, and it sucks. Like honestly, it sucks. I mean, basketball's all about like momentum and flow and stuff. If you take that out, like what are you watching? What are you playing? It's like it's literally like when you're playing tennis and then it gets rained on. And then it's pretty much like you're playing two different games. I mean, it's all about momentum and stuff, and so it takes a lot out of it.
I feel like having a first person view of like any sport really would be fucking dope as shit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But then, like, they're also running around, so, like, I feel like the quality of the shot would be kind of weird, too, you know?
No, I mean, like
I guess, like, just, like,
you
I
see
guess
the
just, like,
first
when a
person-
player... Sorry, I was thinking, like, I guess, like, when a player comes up to them and, like, is talking to them, like, that would be kind of... Like, you could, like, see it like that. But, like, I mean, like, in terms of, like, capturing the game, like, they're not going to be, like, running so that they can, like, capture, like, it, like, clearly, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because, like, their whole purpose is to, like, focus on the game, not, like, focus on, like, what, like, people can see from, like, their camera.
No. I mean, they're not focused on that. What I'm saying is like, well, at least cameras nowadays, like you can like GoPros and shit, bro. People wear GoPros while riding down an avalanche, so like it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They already have like mics on players, so like you can listen to them during the broadcast. So I think it's not that much far of a stretch to like keep a camera on their waist or something.
But would that be for the referees or just for entertainment purposes?
Like I guess it could be for both, right? I mean,
I guess
like
it's fair.
they can just show us. It's not like it's fully like streamed all the time, right? Like you know when they cut into like the team talk at like a football game or whatever, they cut in like they could just cut into the first person view of like I don't know, Curry has the ball and it's like about to be a buzzer beater or some shit. I don't know if I can know.
Yeah, that's
Just,
fair.
That's just the equivalent of, like, a fan courtside taking the video, though, right?
It's not from a first
No, it's
person
not.
view. That's not equivalent
It's
at all.
not. Yeah.
Wait, why?
Because
First
you're
person
Curry.
view, like he's like
You're
dribbling
on
the
the
ball
ball.
Are you
with,
talking
like,
about the player? I thought you were talking about the ref.
Oh no! I'm talking about the player. All the players.
Oh,
if
it's
they
like
have a
ads,
camera on
bro.
them.
Like the sports ads. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but I feel like even if you have those like views, like all of the like refereeing, everything except for like I guess out of bounds or whatever,
Mhm.
like a lot of the things are still subjective. So I don't think
Right.
that would solve as many of the problems as we hope it would. Because like at the end of the day, like, oh, is this like some of the things are like black and white, but
Mhm.
other things are, you know, opinionated, and one person may feel differently from the other.
Yeah.
So
And the problem is
I mean,
the problem is the more infrastructure you put into like this kind of technology, it's just gonna make people get more angry when the call's not right. You know. It's like
Right.
now, like soccer has
I mean-
like VAR and stuff, and like now it's like, oh, we got to get it right now because we have like video replay. We still get it wrong like half the time, so like it just makes it more infuriating.
People
at the
will
end of the
always
day.
be angry at everything.
Yeah, but the more time you spend on it trying to get it right and you still get it wrong, like it's just gonna make things worse. I feel like. So I think we
Yeah.
should just like leave it how it is and just get on with it.
We should definitely leave it how it is, in my opinion. I mean, as long as the refs are consistently like inconsistent,
Yes,
it's fine.
Oh.
It's like you can't complain. I mean, like it's everything returns to the average, you know, and
yeah.
for every team, like, the complaining is getting a little out of hand. I mean, I know players deserve some calls and whatnot, but complaining and bitching to the refs, it's too much sometimes. I mean, I respect it. Like if I was an NBA player, I would do it too. But like as a fan, it's not that exciting, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll wrap up the sports talk with one more basketball related thing. Is the big tournament is going on right now. As of recording this, the first round wrapped up, and the second round is gonna start in 3 minutes. But yeah, first round was pretty crazy. I would say all of our schools lost in the first round, so
Let's
that's
go.
great.
Let's get it.
Yeah, go ACC.
ACC's so shit,
Um,
bro. They were right. They were right. But I was like, before the tournament, we were talking about like how. Oh, I was saying that like ACC, they're disrespecting ACC. Like we're gonna show them this tournament, and clearly they estimated us like very correctly.
I mean, to be fair, the Tech game was actually really good. It was
Yeah.
really close,
Yeah.
and they were the underdog. So
I mean,
you
if
know, that
Aluma
doesn't
had a
really
better
matter.
game, you guys probably would have won, right?
Uluma, yeah.
He got outplayed
yeah.
by what, Castleton?
tall guy, yeah.
That's the guy's name?
Yeah, he's really tall.
I think for the most part, I mean, obviously the Ohio State, sorry Harsha, was a pretty big upset. And even the Ohio, I feel like that was the Harsha game. You know, the Ohio Virginia. You know, two places where he's lived.
Oh man.
and
Yeah, I picked Ohio.
won. No, you didn't.
I did.
He did.
But yeah, I feel like I think this year is going to be like one of the weirdest years because there's like a limited amount of fans and like there's a lot of different circumstances for every team, and so like I think we'll just see a bunch of random crazy shit. Honestly, we kind of already have, but I think it'll be really cool to see like what happens because usually like towards the end, like it's a lot of the teams that you expect anyway. So you know, we'll see how the journey goes. You know.
Yeah. I was thinking about that, and in my opinion, I think that the limited amount of fans kind of caters to the higher seeds winning. I feel like the
Yeah.
crazy atmosphere would contribute to like more upsets and things like that, and more just hype about that like,
Yeah.
these lower seeded teams can have. I guess it can definitely happen both ways. Who really knows?
I think because like also, I don't know exactly how attendance works at March Madness games, but I feel like a lot of times, especially like the earlier games, like fans feel like the later games are waiting for their team, or like they're already fans for other teams, like waiting in the stands, and like if they see like an upset like happening, like they'll all like rally on that team's side, and like they'll all create an atmosphere for that lower seed. So I feel like that you kind of lose that right now because of no fans or like
Right.
limited amount of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this tournament's already been crazy. I think it's the first time 4 like 13 or worse seeds have made it to the next round like in a long time.
Really? Oh man, dang. Ohio, man, what a terrible state. Did you guys get any upsets correct besides Ohio?
I can't remember, man. There's too many
I
disappointments.
know
this year.
on one of mine I had Ohio State losing, but I also had 25 different brackets, so like I guess I have
Yeah,
to
sure.
get some of them right here or there.
I
I
had
got Oregon
UVA
State.
losing in a couple of brackets, and I had Oregon State in 1 or 2 brackets.
Mm.
See, I had upsets in like many different brackets, but like they were never like all correct in one bracket, so it didn't matter really at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So who'd you guys pick to win?
I think I picked Gonzaga, but I have Gonzaga in Illinois as like my favorites before and
Yeah,
still
me
now.
too. I think I had a Gonzaga Baylor final.
Mm.
Yeah.
I had a lot of teams, but in the bracket that is doing the best so far, Kansas wins. So look out for that. But I did have a lot of Gonzaga and a lot of Baylor.
Has Kansas
In a
won
lot.
recently? When's the last time Kansas has won a tournament?
Like 2008, I think.
Thomas Robinson. No, I didn't know.
Yeah, against Derrick Rose. I think that was the last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mario Chalmers.
Yeah. I had a Gonzaga Illinois final and I picked Illinois. Kofi Cockburn.
Yeah, Illinois was one of the few teams that I'd watched before the tournament started because I watched the final, the Big Ten final with Ohio State, which is why I rated Ohio State highly.
Me
that
too.
was a mistake.
Tarun.
I don't fucking know.
Drew, do you watch like VT games?
I mean, see, here's the thing, right? Like when we lived together, I was like actually like interested in it, and then this year when it happened, I realized I actually don't give a shit. I got like emails from VT basketball. I was like, yeah, clear.
Yeah.
Delete. Like I think if it's a hype game, I'll watch it, but just because like, I mean, I guess they are hype games, but I don't know. I don't have the motivation.
Yeah. I mean, when you're with your friends, it's different, right?
I have one more sport thing before we move on to our ad break. But Haran, I want to come at your school really quickly because
Which school? Oh, my school. Oh,
the school that is not also affiliated with me.
oh okay, yeah.
Why'd you say he's such a cuck, man?
Thomas
Which
Jefferson High
school?
School.
You mean Stanford, my fucking smart ass school? Oh my god, the smarter of my two schools? Are you talking about
Because
Stanford?
you said sports and Stanford. I actually know nothing about Stanford
Fucking
sports, but
dickhead.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
well,
getting a
something-
Korean guy.
the one of the wrestlers like won the national championship. I don't know if you. I read it on Twitter and then saw it elsewhere too. Basically, this dude won the national championship in like his weight class, right? But Stanford is cutting the wrestling program after this year.
Oh no.
And
Is there
this
like
has been a
backlash
thing
now,
apparent-
or?
oh no, this has been a thing for like a long time apparently.
Mm.
And like they were like, oh, we don't have enough money for the wrestling program, and the wrestling program raised $10 million. And then they were still haven't changed their mind. And then this dude went out and wore and like instead of wearing like the, I don't know what they're called, like the leotards or whatever, with the like the Stanford on it, he just wore it inside out.
Like a statement.
Yeah. And like they have like a bunch of like keep Stanford wrestling shirts and like all that shit. And then he was basically like, yeah, if they don't want to keep the program around, then like I don't see what the point is or something like that. But this dude basically went and won the national championship, and then they were still not gonna have the program.
Damn, that's
And they raised $10 million. Like fuck that. That's pretty fucked up.
that's pretty fucked. Shout out
Yeah,
to him
you-
though. You know, shout out.
Yeah, can you go change that for me?
go save the wrestling program?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go single-handedly save the wrestling program.
Thanks.
Go wrestle.
All right.
Go wrestle.
That's all I needed.
Stanford has a.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say Stanford has an Indian D1 recruit coming. I think Ryan Agarwal. I just checked his name.
His name's
That's pretty
Ryan?
sick.
For basketball or?
Yeah.
For basketball. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think his name's Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
hoop with them next quarter or next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
No, but you're wrestling.
Oh, sorry. I've changed my allegiance.
Stay in your lane.
But yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I hope he makes it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be the first one, right? I don't think we had an Indian American person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All we needed was Simbular though, realistically.
Dude, Simbalar.
Yeah, he's still running up the court.
So
He's still running.
As we
He still hasn't made to the other baseline. He's on a good way.
That's so tough, man. What
Like,
about like, I'm
surely,
saying?
like, statistically, we should have had like one good Indian player in the NBA at this point, right? Like,
Yeah, but
we
that
had,
guy
like,
knew
Based on
Like-
population.
That guy
Like-
community was so good, dude.
like they had Yao Ming and Jeremy Lin. Where's our Yao Ming, bro?
I don't know, Indian bodies are just not catered to play basketball. They're not catered to these like physical sports. I mean,
Yeah.
I played basketball for so long, and my body's like, I'm 22 years old, and my body's like breaking down right now. So like,
No, but like you ever see there was like a show I used to watch. It was called like it was by Stan Lee. Basically, they found like superhero like quote unquote superheroes in real life. They had like
like in real,
abilities.
yeah.
Yeah, and there was like an episode where he went to India and he found this dude that can fucking like eat glass, like dead ass. He'll just bite a light
Why
bulb,
did I
and,
speak?
like he'll bite a light bulb and like eat it, like just ingest it, and he's fine. Yeah, I don't know how that's a superhero, but like it's like
He's like
an
a
interesting
It'll be like a
ability.
good. It would be like a good intimidator, like in like if you're like
Yeah.
talking to like a criminal and be like just like eat glass in front of them, they'll be scared as shit, bro. Tell them all your secrets.
But like I'm saying, like we have like a billion people, right? If there's one dude that can fucking ingest glass, there has to be one dude from India that can make it to America and play basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Statistically, yeah.
Let's go find them. Let's go find
Let's
them.
go find him. Let's become their
That's such
manager
a-
so we can
that's
make
such
a bag.
That's such like an interesting analogy to like compare glass eating to like being able to play basketball. But I respect it.
Wait, don't people
Unique
actually do that?
talents,
Don't they
you know?
don't they like go to other countries just to like find like talent and then like so they can
Yeah,
become,
I feel
their
like that's a
manager or
little. I mean, it depends on like the person's age, but I feel like it's a little like not predatory, but like
I mean, it definitely is a
like,
little predatory,
taking
right?
advantage of
something? Yeah, for
like,
sure. Yeah.
that kind of shit. I feel like Africa's a big thing for that because like,
Yeah.
you see all these people. I'm not just for like basketball, but for like adoption and like shit like that. Like all the
Yeah.
white people that want to adopt a black kid. I feel like that's a little.
That's what like U.S. are getting like their talent for like soccer. They're literally just going to like other nations and be like, hey, like you want like
Yeah.
a citizenship? Come here, play for our team.
Yeah.
The things you do to do well in sports.
Don't disrespect Yunus Musa like that. That's an American name if I've ever heard one.
Where is Pascal Siakam from? I'm like blanking on his country.
Senegal, Senegal, I think, right?
I thought it was Cameroon.
I think it's
don't know.
Cameroon. Yeah.
Could be right.
It's Cameroon. Yeah. I think Joel Embiid is from there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not Sokovia.
Wait, but they speak French in Cameroon?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
They speak French in Cameroon? I didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should know. I don't.
Wait, why should I know?
We learn about all like the countries that speak French in French class.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Chris, say something in French.
French.
Je m'appelle Harsha.
We should probably go to ad break, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had enough of this discussion, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of this episode with Anant. Anant had sent over something to Harsha earlier in the week about this specific theory. Harsha, I'll have you do your best to summarize it, and then we'll let Anant actually explain it.
All right. Give me a second.
You go straight to Wikipedia.
He's gonna pull it up, bro.
No, I just forgot what it's called.
The Dunning-Kruger effect. Now go.
Oh, Dunning-Kruger effect. Yeah. All right. Thanks. So what Anant said over was this theory called the Dunning-Kruger effect, which is basically saying that if someone underestimates how smart they are, that means they're actually smarter than they are. But if someone overestimates how smart they are, then they're actually stupid. Something like that. Did I do it right?
It's quite drastic.
Okay.
It's like there's like I'll tweak it a little bit. We
can workshop it.
It's pretty much like a cognitive bias that people have. So these two researchers pretty much did a study. It's been a few months since I read the study, but pretty much they like gauged different individuals like comfortability with a certain subject, and they found that people who reported lower comfortability actually scored higher, and people that reported higher like a knowledge or comfortability with a certain subject reported lower. And so it's pretty much, I guess Harsha is not wrong, like when he said like his summary was technically correct, but it's pretty much like
The
people
best
who
kind.
overestimate their abilities, who overestimate their understanding of a certain subject typically don't understand it as much. And I just think it's really interesting in the current climate that we have, where you can go on YouTube, you can go on Google, pretty much anywhere. You can go on TikTok, legitimately, to find information on topics. And not to say that people don't know what they're talking about, but a lot of times they frankly don't.
They don't.
know? And
After a
right,
podcast,
and
yeah.
it's and it's dangerous.
Hey,
It's
man.
it's legitimately dangerous for people to follow the advice of what people say. I mean, and you can literally look at it in any field. I mean, typically I would say like I look at it more for like nutrition and like medicine, stuff like that. That's just kind of what interests me. But if you go based on what people say and what and these guys like advertise to the mass majority of people, and so a lot of the mass majority of people will follow these, like, I guess, popular or famous people, famous influencers or whatnot. And that's dangerous. I mean, you gotta always trust data, and these people don't always follow the data. And that's what's it's legitimately scary. You can look in terms of politics, you can look in terms of like the COVID pandemic about what people view as correct information, and it can legitimately lead to people making horrible decisions for themselves. I mean, that's like a pretty broad thing. Like, I didn't really say anything specific there. If you guys have any like specific areas that you guys know about that we can talk about, I guess mine was more of like a broad overview of what I guess the current climate is like.
Yeah, LeBron is an anti-vaxxer, so I feel like he's trying to hold back the NBA from getting COVID vaccines.
Is LeBron actually an anti-vaxxer?
No, he just said that he wouldn't share if he's taking it or not, so probably he's not taking it.
Yeah.
So he's an anti-vaxxer.
Why would he not? I thought he was smart.
That was probably the stupidest thing I've ever heard him say my entire life.
I should take down those posters, bro.
Yeah, I think he was influenced by Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard like an anti-vaxxer too, I think.
Dwight
I don't
Howard
want to put words in his
Dwight Howard
mouth.
definitely has a good influence on people. Yeah.
Dwight Howard
for
definitely
sure.
has never done anything sus.
Our wizard
True,
stint was so optimal. Yeah.
True, do you remember that night, those tweets that we sent you about Dwight Howard and the like? Yeah,
Dude, that was the funniest day on Twitter.
Should we explain what that was?
No, I just wanted you to remember why what we said was funny.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I feel like I know what tweets you're talking about, but I could be wrong. Is it the one where?
Dwight
He
Howard
had
was gonna
sexual
fuck a
relations with a
transsexual
man.
guy?
Oh yeah. Okay,
But then
yeah.
it turned out to be fake. But
But like, you know, it had everyone going. Yeah, dude, it had everyone going on Twitter.
And then he was
Especially when he
sitting-
had like a. Oh, sorry. You go ahead, man.
No, you can say it. We're gonna say the same thing.
I was gonna say like he had that injury
Yeah.
too, right?
He had a butt injury.
Yeah, he had a butt
Yeah.
injury.
Right.
I mean, just so unfortunate.
Especially when people are like, man, how it's so tough when he has Kelly Oubre on his team. You know, what's he supposed to do?
oh, what a great time that was. But other than LeBron's anti-vax agenda, I think, I don't know, I feel like people find it really easy to just listen to, I mean, not in a good way, but they find it really easy just to listen to people that like they like follow for, I don't know, actors or athletes and that kind of shit anyway. And like you said, they don't do their own, like, you don't have to do research, but you have to be like conscious about things, you know? So I think that's a pretty dangerous slope for people to go down where you don't. Because also when it comes to health, like people's bodies act differently
Right.
based on different situations. So like if I were to eat like the rock diet, bro, I think I would gain 100 pounds in probably 3 weeks. And I think that's just not possible. So.
Yeah, I mean, I respect people's opinions, obviously.
But there's some
I don't.
stupid people out there. Yeah.
Yeah, if
There's
your
some-
opinion's
there's
bad,
some,
then-
like, it's just dangerous when you constantly share your opinions with everybody. And I really don't have a solution, you know? I mean, it's not like I don't want people to voice what they want to say, but it's dangerous. I mean, like, let's say, okay, I'll bring it back to, like, medicine and stuff, but all drug trials and everything that goes into a certain, like, procedure is all based in data and fact. Like, you can't avoid that. And if you just trust the data and you be objective about things, it's so easy to see. It's not easy. I won't say it's easy, because reading these primary articles is not easy. Like, some of them are very complicated, even for like doctors, even for people that are like highly skilled in their profession. Reading these primary articles is not easy. But as long as you trust like metadata and all the like large amounts of like information analysis that people are doing, that's where your information should be based off of, not of personal experience. Like, for example, like my brother gave me this good example, but let's say someone comes in with like a certain high cholesterol, and one doctor gives him a statin and one doctor gives him like another drug. And for example, this other drug works better for this one patient. This doctor it would be unwise or unfair or unjust for this other doctor to prescribe this other medication, because statins, just because this one drug works for this one patient, it's not like it's going to work for the thousands of other patients with like hypercholesterolemia, right? And that's just one example. Like, statins are the basis, and the reason they're the basis is because of serious data that different studies have, analyzed. And and I guess it's like a specific example. I don't want to get too like ingrained into one, I guess, specific area, but that's just one example of what I mean. Like everyone needs to study fact and then cater to specific individuals' like needs, if that makes sense.
But like in like medical professions, like I feel like I've heard stories where like some person like has like some like disease and like they go to like 5 different specialized doctors and all 5 of them like say something different. So then like how do you like how like I know like ideally you want everyone to have like the same idea of like this is like what like the standard procedure should be, but then how do you like enforce that in like any profession? Is it just through like school, or like when you get the job, like this is like someone has to tell them that?
That's a good question. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
No, I would say like hopefully you would find that doctors would come to like a common consensus. But obviously some will, for example, some will say like, oh, you guys should have surgery. Some will say surgery is not required. Just I don't really know, because I mean that happens. But I guess I'm speaking more to, I mean, most doctors are pretty well educated. I guess I'm speaking more to people that aren't as educated and then they're voicing their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that they shouldn't, but it's just a little dangerous. But
yeah, you should like you should be qualified in what you're talking about. I feel like, especially if you're like giving like a professional advice, like if you're like charging for that advice, you should.
Yeah, but like that's the thing with social media, is that it's so easy for everybody to give their opinion on something that like and it's pretty harmful, I would say, because a lot of people's opinions, like, it might hurt some feelings, but like a lot of people's opinions don't matter. Like they're not going to change anything. Like you can think about it in your own way and like go about your life a certain way, but the ability to have different opinions is good, and different perspectives, but when you're trying to influence other people, that's really like harmful. Because of what Anant's saying, like not everybody operates the same way, and so just because something works for you doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody else.
So then it's really on the person receiving, like on the other end of this advice, and like I guess how they filter out, or like how they filter like what they hear, and like
not exactly, because I feel like it's also on the person giving the information.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways though, because especially on social media, at least. Like I'm saying, like in social media, where like you're not paying to be on that platform, you're like following people that you like to listen to, or like respect what they have to say, and even if they have something that like, you disagree with, and like you fundamentally disagree with, like then you could just like filter out like that part, or like you could like challenge that if you want to reply. But I'm saying like you don't have to like the person listening to the stuff on social media, like they have to be able to detect what they disagree with, and like not just follow blindly. Yeah. So it goes both ways in that regard.
But I also think it has a lot to do with the person, because like if you give out harmful information, like that's also on you. To not try and spread things that are like, I don't know. I mean, obviously I'm making a meme about LeBron being anti-vaxxer, but if you were to go on Twitter and be like, hey, yo, nobody get the fucking vaccine, like that
would have a big impact.
Right. Like that's not just on the people, that's like on, because he has a higher platform than the average person. But, even if there's a large population of people that don't have a large following, but it's just so many people saying that, like that kind of thing, that also has a huge impact.
I think also generally we also see the stupid information online, but we're educated and smart enough to not agree or like follow it. But there's like a lot of people out there who are not smart, so they can just follow this stuff.
That's a nice way of saying it.
Oh yeah, that's a really good point. I think like most of it, I would say, goes on the it's like on the onus of the person reading the information or listening. Like, you have to be educated. That's why education is so important. It's not just like knowing how to do, I don't know, specific like math operations or whatnot, but it's about like just being able to trust good sources of information and being objective about things. And I brought up like the studies earlier, but the reason I said that is just because they've taken a lot of data from a lot of different sources, and then they compiled information. Like if you're receiving your information from only one source about a like pretty controversial topic, like that's pretty dangerous. Is pretty much what I meant to say. I guess it kind of got a little out of place. But yeah.
A lot of people do like suffer from like the hive mind kind of thing, or the reinforcement of knowledge, where like you'll only I mean, I learned about this a lot in school where like conservatives will only listen to like Fox and like, liberals will only listen to like CNN or whatever, where you only listen to things that like support your already based like feelings and thoughts. And so in your opinions. So
Right.
it's hard for people to like look at things from like the opposite perspective, but even if you look at something from like a perspective that doesn't completely align with what you already have, then I feel like that's a lot more healthy, because like what you're saying, you can have multiple different not just opinions, but different ways of thinking and different perspectives on the same topic, and you get more information even if it doesn't necessarily support what you already think.
Yeah, I think Amrita subscribes to this newsletter that gives her a conservative viewpoint on news, just to see like the other side.
So Amrita's an anti-vaxxer too.
Classic.
Yeah, it gives you like news and blurbs from both sides of the political spectrum.
Is it like that different in like the ways they think, or like is there common ground in the health field like between both sides?
Talking to me?
Oh, I mean, like if she mentioned anything to you, or like.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Harsha's face was like, I don't care.
No, I care.
No, she listens now, but he had to say
I care.
He doesn't care. If you guys didn't hear, he doesn't care. He didn't care. He won't care.
Harsh only cares about his King of the Hill record. But yeah, I think one other thing that contributes is that there's so much like animosity between these two different sides.
100%.
And it's pretty like terrible. Like, if you watch CNN, they spend their whole time just pretty much essentially like dissing Trump on his policies, and it's different between disagreeing with people and then literally targeting a certain faction of society, and you're literally insulting them. And then, like for example, if you read like CNN will have their posts and whatever, Fox News will have their Facebook posts and whatnot, and you read their comments, and their comments are so targeted to a different group of society, and like it's not even like bipartisanship. It's literally like certain people have like this elitist mentality, and not that they're like elite in society, but they view their opinions as so much better than the other people, and that's not healthy. It's so terrible to do. Yeah.
And I definitely think like a lot of like, I study media, so I understand why they do it, but a lot of like what not just CNN and like Fox and all that, but they do a lot of, I don't want to say they make people fearful, but there's just so much paranoia about everything. I think that everybody's so concerned about things that they like singularly cannot change. Like yes, it's very important to be aware of what's going on in the government, but you solely are not going to be able to make a change up from that, like from today to tomorrow. Like that's a long-term thing. So getting really upset about something like that, I think is really harmful, like to yourself, where you're so concerned with all these things that are happening. Like they do impact you in the grand scheme of things, but in that singular moment, they don't really impact you, if that makes sense there.
So, Christian, so why do media companies do that? You said that you studied.
I mean, a lot of it is like ratings and like money. I think they go about it in different ways when it comes to like Fox, like they're trying to cater to that conservative crowd, or CNN's trying to cater to the liberal crowd. So they're telling you what you want to hear. They both might be giving the same information, but they're presenting it in different ways. Because I wouldn't, I haven't studied Fox really deeply, but I would say that like they don't lie. I mean, a lot of shit they say is misleading, but I wouldn't say that they lie. They just present it in a way that's really catered to the conservative crowd, and they reinforce those opinions and feelings. So I would say a lot of it has to do with money, which is why a lot of the middle ground, I would say, the outlets that don't lean one way or the other are the best, because they provide non-biased information, and they can criticize things on both sides without seeming biased. So I feel like that's the best source. But again, like it goes like writer by writer, because you never know somebody's like their own biases as well, if that makes sense. So I mean, it's really
Right.
tough, because basically what I'm trying to say is have multiple sources, which is what you had said. So
And
Nice
True looks so
circle.
excited right now.
I was just about to say, I was
No, I was
literally-
about to say something, but I was just thinking of how to say it. But basically, I was gonna say like all of these channels are just businesses, right? And especially in terms of media, the biggest way to like capitalize on that is like viewer retention. So getting people to come back, right? Come back and watch every single time. And so like with any business, you want to like sort of niche down and like cater the people that are like most your demographic. And so what
Yeah.
that means for these channels like Fox and stuff is like if they already like aired on the side of like conservatism, right? Then they're really just gonna fucking double down on that shit so that all the conservative people will come back every single time and like fuck with them and share their shit and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's how they make money.
Right.
yeah, they're not trying to expand to like people like us. They're just
Mhm.
trying to like solidify that the group that they already
Right.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I don't think it was like so like one way or the other until like really like the Trump shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everyone was pretty
Yeah.
respectful before that, but now like Trump just gave them like a hall pass to fucking say whatever they want. Because if the president can fucking do whatever, then everybody else can
Yeah, no
follow.
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump is such a polarizing guy in
Yeah.
general. I mean, it's not like he had a decent amount of good policies during his presidency, but also just his like demeanor and his way of speaking
Yeah.
really turns off a lot of people.
I remember the night where you got elected, where we were at school, and like I remember going back and thinking like, okay, like yeah, this sucks, but like I'm gonna give him a fair shot, and wow, do I regret that? Because I mean, like yeah, it's good to go into things with open mind, but holy, thankfully it was only 4 years.
Hey, he's about to come back in 4 years.
Fuck off.
Harsha, don't
We can't even joke about it. We can't. It's actually
Has
possible.
Biden
Dude,
done
LeBron
anything
swayed
yet?
Harsha to be an anti-vaxxer.
What'd you say, Drew?
Oh,
Has Biden like done anything? Like I know he bought a bunch of vaccines, but other than that, I haven't really been. I feel like
I mean,
like at least
he
to
signed
me-
like 10 things his first day into office, like executive orders.
Isn't like the first? What is like the period like when you first get into office? Like the first something days and
100 days.
100
First 100
days.
days, right?
Okay, so it's just been 1 day for him. One day of action.
I feel like those 10
Dude,
things
I-
he signed were just like
Just not.
him
heard.
repealing shit that Trump did, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but they were like, I remember one of them was like the Muslim ban, like that kind of thing.
Mm.
Like a lot of them were like, maybe they didn't affect how we went about our day to day, but like they were
Big
things
impacts
that,
on-
and I mean,
Yeah.
also things that like kind of weren't enforced because of COVID, because like nobody was traveling anyway, but like things that will
right.
maybe matter more later on.
Yeah, I think maybe we should try to bring back like just like the overall morality we had of people back in 2016. He has like 4 years. He had to he had to redo the last 4 years in a couple of
Yeah.
days.
Has he talked anything about like the immigration internment and stuff? What do you guys think about about all that? Like the immigration
I
internment, like,
think
at
it's
the
bad.
border?
Yeah, bad
Right,
stuff.
right.
It's hard, especially with like the Mexico border and stuff, like because like liberals like want to like let, I mean not all of them want to, but like majority want to let like all of them into the country and like help them like assimilate, but then of course like the conservative approach is just like fuck off, you can't come in. But like it's hard to get like a
Yeah.
middle ground between the two, because like you can't just let everyone come in, because that's just gonna
Right.
screw over a lot of like the taxpayers and all that. But you still also don't want to be like harmful to the fact where like, you're like making these like families that
Right.
live on the border like with like no resources or anything. It's hard. It's tough. Like I would hate to be in that position to like decide like what's the cap, like how like who do you let in, who do you not let in. It's definitely not an easy decision, I think.
Yeah, there's no easy thing for that. I have no idea what they should do. I mean, being a politician is not easy at times.
Yeah.
How do you decide on these things?
Yeah, but a lot of times people, I feel like, don't get into politics for like the right reasons. Like a lot of them are just like power hungry. Like they don't want to like
Right.
make people's lives better. They just want it for like their own self gain. So I feel like that's why I see from a lot of politicians where they're in it for the money or like just the status or whatever the fuck it may be. They're not actually just trying to help people.
I respect the hustle though.
That's true. So I empathize with them as well. Speaking of asshole, Tarun, take it home.
Wait.
Wait, what? Wait, I mean, okay. I don't know what that was, but I'll just continue. Anant, I heard you do like calorie challenges and shit.
God, you're so good at
Like,
transitions, bro.
I was just so curious about it because like I was so curious about it because of like the thing I was talking about earlier where you fucking like you would just eat like a dozen eggs in the morning and shit.
I don't. First of all, let me change. I don't eat the
Yeah,
dozen
you
eggs.
do. You fucking do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Bro, I'm pretty sure I made like all those eggs for the 5 people that are in our apartment, or like the 6 people that were there. I don't know. All right, let me
Dude, that's
just.
cap, bro. We didn't eat
say
any
that.
of it. That was all you.
Yeah, that's actually the thing though. Is like he'd make like a dozen eggs. He'd be
You
like,
ate
"How
all
much
of it,
each
and
of
then-
you want, right?" We'd all be like, "Yeah, like 1 or 2 is fine, whatever." And then he'd like empty like 3/4 of the pan on his plate, and then the rest of it was ours.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, let's go to Bodo's
Alright.
next. You know, there's a fucking there's a feast festival.
Bro,
where
that's
you
so
eat.
cap.
And then you'd make us pay for you because you said you used your eggs.
We do
Dude, now we're not even like. Now we're just straight up lying. There's not even-
Shout out to the Dunning-Kruger effect. Who would you
Yeah.
believe?
Who do you believe? Who do you believe?
Everyone's gonna. Oh, okay. So in terms of calorie challenges, bro, I guess literally a hobby of mine is like watching these random people eat like crap tons of food online. Like, I mean, it's entertaining. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. So in terms of like, your questions, like how would I go about doing it?
Oh no, I was
Or-
under the impression
or-
that you did them.
Oh no, I've tried it once. You know, But,
Okay, so how did that go?
I mean, I eat 12 eggs every day, so I eat a lot of calories.
I remember you and Korkar like had some kind of calorie challenge, or I think I remember hearing about it, but I don't remember what it entailed.
Oh,
or what you
yeah.
guys did.
Always thought it'd be pretty easy to do one of those, like to reach like 10,000 calories in a day. Not that I eat like a crazy amount on the daily, but
Only 9.
I mean, just watching the videos, it's like it seems pretty fun, and just like splurging a little bit is always fun, you know. And so Kark and I were talking about it, and I think we reached like 7,000.
Oh my god.
And then I'm pretty sure we could have reached like 10,000, but I don't know. I just like lost motivation after a
feel
little
like
bit.
you
But pretty
get
much
so
what we
tired.
did.
Yeah, I feel like that's how every time I watch like a calorie challenge video, like at the beginning they have all the hype, like, oh, we're gonna like power through this, and then like after like 10, 12 hours, you just like hit that like that slump.
They're
Yeah.
so tired.
Yeah, that's not-
You just like a lot.
Plus,
of
you
food,
feel like
a lot
so
of intake.
disappointed in yourself, you know?
You just feel
It's
shitty
like
about what you just did.
people challenge themselves. People challenge themselves in such like impressive ways, and you're just here like sitting on the couch being a fat, like piece of shit, you know? But okay, so I guess what Karkar and I did, we went to Krispy Kreme first, and we got like 6 donuts, and then we went to McDonald's or Taco Bell. So we pretty much got like 2,000 calories in like the first hour and a half of the day.
Yeah.
And then
It was all a blur.
Did you guys work out to
Oh.
lose some of it so you get like more?
We did a little bit. We did a little bit before. We should have done a lot more.
I think we pretty much
like
could get it done maybe.
we pretty much like walked on the treadmill for like 20 minutes and then like shot around for like 10 minutes and then we're like, damn, that's good enough. I think we went to this like Mexican restaurant like Michoacana. After we got these super thick burritos.
Dude,
Dude, I honestly don't. It's been so long. And then I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A so I could do like one of their sandwiches, a shake, and some fries, I think. Dude, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it.
No, you're
but-
straight. You're straight. I was just wondering. That already sounds like a
Okay, I
lot of
think-
food.
I believe everything you said.
And I think Karkar wanted to go to Cookout at night.
Oh my god.
I think Karkar wanted to go to Cookout at night to get like one of their shakes and like a meal. But I was
Their
done.
shakes
McDonald's is
are
over.
bro, the density of their shakes, like I don't know where the line is between like a solid ice cream and that, but it's a very close line because those things, like if you try to suck them through the straw, like you're just not getting anywhere.
Right. They're so
Tewari
good.
can get it,
Actually,
though.
cookout shakes might be the tastiest.
Ayo, you guys got next time you go to cookout, try the watermelon shake, bro.
The watermelon shake?
Yeah, it sounds sus, but it's pretty good.
What's in it?
Alright, I'll give it a try.
So watermelon milkshake, bro. What you mean?
That's it.
I mean, there's probably sugar in there.
Oh,
It's probably a sorbet.
No, it's not a sorbet. It's not like it was more on the milk side than it was ice cream side for that one.
Oh,
Because there's a lot of
Milk
water
melon.
in the watermelon.
have you had a Horizon milkshake before?
Is it just Horizon milk? And you shake it?
Is it just
Yeah.
chocolate milk?
Yeah.
And like ice cream, bro. Why?
What?
What?
he's saying
You
like
can just
make a
make up stuff,
milkshake
huh?
at home and then use Horizon milk instead of actual milk.
Yeah.
No, I'll just buy chocolate ice
Oh.
cream. That's okay.
Wait, what's unique about Horizon milk?
It's the best
True.
one.
It's
Just cream?
It's Turun's milk.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
true.
I don't know if I'd put it like that.
Yeah, I was also I agree. I heard what I said.
Turns- Okay, if you guys were to do like a calorie challenge, what would y'all do?
Wait, before we answer that, Anant started his 7K thing at Krispy Kreme. Anant, you want to share how you almost got a year's worth of Krispy Kreme donuts?
Oh yeah, okay. So in Charlottesville, they just opened a new Krispy Kreme. So I think Karkar and I went at like 8 p.m. or something just to get a couple donuts, and they had this promotion that if you get this gold card or gold plaque or something like that, gold sleeve in your pretty much like the Willy Wonka thing, but if you get the gold card in your box, you get like literally a year-long unlimited supply of donuts, like unlimited however many dozen you want. And so Karka and I were like deciding which donuts we want, and then we let this like group go in front of us, and then these guys got it and we didn't.
Oh,
Bro, that's like a
Oh.
sitcom moment. That's like,
Yeah.
like something that happened like a Big Bang Theory episode.
Bro,
That's
it's probably
sad.
saved us from so many calories though. You know?
You could have got it done so much faster that day.
That's so hype though if you got
Dude,
it.
if I got that card, I would literally get donuts every single day and start just fucking bringing them everywhere, dude. Like, I'd take it to class and be like, yo, you guys want donuts? They're all free. Like, just every single class. Like, everything.
Yeah, I probably would do something. That's
Yeah, I was thinking
Holy shit, you
about
could do bake
something like
sales,
that.
bro.
You
Oh,
just resell donuts. Oh my fucking god, you could have made a bag. You could have made a fucking bag. Oh, man.
I was thinking about something like that with the bracket thing because like the top prize for that is like a flight to Hawaii and like, but one of the other things is like $10,000 in Amazon gift cards. I'm like, yo, how? Like, bro, I don't know if I spend $10,000 on Amazon like ever. Like,
I feel I'd
holistically-
feel bad to have that much money on Amazon. Because like
I
I
would
already
have
feel
to
bad
like
about
buy
like, the
all of my
whole-
groceries. I
work.
would have to get like fucking IKEA shit off of Amazon. I don't know, bro. I'd have to literally build a house out of Amazon gift
pay off
cards.
your
I don't know
mortgage
what the fuck I
Amazon
would do.
card.
Yo, speaking of
I don't
that,
know how I would do it.
this past week, randomly, I got $200 in my Amazon account in a gift card, and I didn't put it in. My brother, parents, pile. No one put it in there, so I just got a free $200.
You're welcome, baby.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Okay, back to Anant's question.
Happy anniversary.
I would probably choose Chinese food. I think, just because it has so much MSG. Because I would always want to keep eating it. You know,
Fair.
my
But you
brain
got-
would
you
get
gotta eat
tricked
something
into
that-
eating it.
I think you have to eat something that won't sit in your stomach and like it won't weigh you down.
Oh,
I feel like
I will
Chinese
make
food would just make you
unlimited-
gassed, you know?
I'll make unlimited shakes then, like smoothies. Yeah.
Anant, would you want to go to Panda though?
I mean, I'd go to Panda every day if I had one.
I think if I were to do a calorie
Maybe so,
challenge, I would
maybe.
just see how many, or not really calorie challenge, but just see how many slices of pizza I can eat in one day. Like all my meals, just pizza.
I
I
feel
think-
like you could eat like 2 or 3 pizzas.
I think I could.
I think
But
yeah,
it-
no. I think you easily could, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't
When
know,
you,
dude.
No,
That-
no.
You think
what
that's
what
a
you
lot?
have to do, what Haran has to do is he has to get hangry first. Like he has to wake up hangry, and then like he'll just destroy everything you put in front of him.
I was
Imagine,
actually gonna
like,
say
in
that
Hold
was
on,
my
I think-
strategy. Like, I'll fast the day before, and then the day off, I
Yeah.
can just fucking go
Pop.
off.
Yeah, I think Karka and I fasted like the second half of the previous day. day before.
They
feel like
fasted for
that
7 hours. They were
shrinks-
ready to go.
while you were asleep. But I feel like that shrinks your stomach, so like your stomach isn't like as prepared, for that large quantity.
Yeah, maybe I'll follow
Have you guys
Ramadan. I'm gonna try it, like fasting. I want to see if I can do it. Maybe I can like train. Like
the
I
no
can, like,
water thing sounds terrible.
That
though.
is true. Okay, maybe I'll do like a pseudo. Like, I don't know if I can say that. Sounds.
I
kinda
can't
bad.
believe you're
That sounds
using
insulting.
Ramadan as an excuse to do a fucking calorie challenge.
Yeah.
No, I just want to try fasting because I feel like
Oh.
maybe maybe my hangriness is like a mental thing. I think it is a mental thing, but I do feel like pain in my stomach. But maybe I
That
can
is
like,
so mental, bro. You don't feel pain in your stomach.
dude, I feel pain, bro. I have gastritis or whatever.
What is that?
Inflammation of your stomach.
What?
I think it's like inflammation of your stomach.
Yeah, I used to get that when I was a kid pretty badly. It's not as bad anymore, but I think now it's more of a mental thing. It's like a mental block.
I actually recently
Blockers.
fasted for like 36 hours just to try it,
Holy shit!
but yeah.
Just
Did you just
I mean, it
hibernate?
wasn't.
Did you hibernate?
I mean, I'm not doing much like physical activity these days, so like
true.
I feel like the calorie challenge thing is like, if I were to do it 2 years ago, I could finish 10K so easily because I'm like always hungry. But now I'm just
Yeah.
not as hungry anymore.
Yeah.
So my mom,
Yeah, I
my
feel
mom like fast. She used to fast like once a week. And so she always complained about it, right? So I'm like, stop complaining about it. I'll do it. And I did it.
What the fuck?
And I did it. It wasn't like terrible. I mean, after the first 5 hours, you feel like pretty hungry. Then after that, it starts to go away. Pretty much.
There's a video by Yes Theory on YouTube. If you guys have ever seen that,
I have
No.
not.
I've not
Um,
seen it.
they basically this dude fasted for a week, or it was either 5 days or a week. But apparently, when you break that fast after that long, the sensation is like you're trying food for the first time again.
Damn, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Anant, did you feel that after you ate after 36 hours?
Nah.
You're just like, what the fuck did I do that?
I feel like
that was a waste
I
of
feel
time.
like a week is just fucking ridiculous. Like this
Yeah.
man survived a week just off water.
There's some serious like health benefits. They say
Yeah.
apparently you start to feel almost enlightened. I guess that's why like Buddhists and stuff fast
Mhm.
for so long. But yeah, I can never do like longer than that.
Harsha, what's your calorie food?
I'll go to McDonald's and look at the deals on the app and just go ham.
No, man, you're not
I
getting
hate
far,
you so
bro.
much.
McDonald's is gonna fuck you up so bad.
How many nuggets do you think you could eat
50.
in a day? In a day?
50?
50 for like a meal, yeah.
Well, you
Harsha,
get 50
no,
in
you
one-
couldn't, bro.
You get 50 in
There's
one
no
meal?
way. There's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
no
If
way.
I really
you
had
could-
to.
How many,
No shot, bro.
dude? How many Wendy's nuggets did you have?
No, Wendy's are terrible. Fuck Wendy's.
What? I thought
Wendy's is the
nuggets are
worst.
No,
better.
fuck you.
No, Wendy's is the worst place I've decided.
Ever?
Worst place ever. I regret spending $5 on that place. I hate those ads. I'm not
Oh,
that
you
good.
could
They're
not-
stuck
you
in
could
my
not
ass.
eat
Harsha,
50
there's
nuggets.
absolutely
Harsha.
no way you can eat 50 nuggets in one sitting. You
That's
could maybe
cap.
you can maybe get to 30, maybe.
I say like 40, 35.
I've
now
never
we're
seen
just-
Harsha like I've seen Harsha like overeat before or like eat that much.
It's
He
not
doesn't.
even no like Harsha can eat, but it's not even about that. It's like the nuggets
Yeah, he can.
themselves. Like
Yeah, but McDonald's
Harsha,
nuggets
I
are
think
pretty
you need to
light.
back it up.
They're like more horse meat, so they're pretty light.
Okay, so you're saying after like 50 nuggets, bro, you've pretty much eaten a horse?
More or
What the
less.
fuck are we talking about?
Harsha, if you eat 50 nuggets,
I don't want to, but I could. Yeah, what?
if you eat 50 nuggets within an hour, which is I
An
feel like
hour.
it's a- what? I feel like that's a reasonable amount
You
of
said
time.
a meal.
It's
a
almost like a
meal.
nugget per minute, you know.
I mean, you can say a meat. We'll give him like 2 hours.
2 hours? No, that's too easy.
You can do 50 nuggets in 2 hours?
No, I definitely couldn't. But like, it has to be a challenge, right?
Okay, fine.
If you do it, I'll pay for your nuggets, all of them.
And my doctor visit.
There's no doctor, bro. You just go straight to the bathroom right after.
You clean the bathroom after?
No.
Oh, dude, just sit in the bathroom while you eat them. That way, it's just a cycle.
Oh my god.
So I don't know if you guys know, because on Cavs Twitter, every time the Cavs play the Denver Nuggets, the Cavs fans do a me versus Nuggets challenge. So you have to eat as many nuggets as the Nuggets score points against the Cavs.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
And then after the game, they're like, "Oh, got to 90 this time."
Oh my.
And then before the game, they send like pictures of like, "Oh, I got this many McDonald's boxes like in front of them, in front of the TV."
It's like, but only in
Oh
Ohio.
my
dude.
God.
Only in Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio's backwards, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, what a terrible state. That's interesting.
But yeah, Tarun, did you pick a food?
I don't know. I was thinking really hard about it. I feel like pizza's the way to go because I just really enjoy pizza, and
Yeah.
I'm
But
pretty
I
sure
feel
like
like
one
there's
pizza
so
is like
much bread.
2,000 calories. Yeah, that's fair. That is
Yeah,
a
but,
good
like,
so
bread.
much bread, like
But are you guys trying to just eat a lot in one meal, or are you trying to like, actually hit a certain amount? Because you can't just eat the same food 5 times a day or something like that.
Challenge
You
accepted.
get bored for sure.
Man, I feel like Taco Bell is probably pretty good.
You're not
for
challenged.
being calorific
You're not just at a
too.
challenge.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's fair. Taco Bell's probably a good one.
And I would shit so easily. So I could
Dude, if
eat
you
it.
guys, I actually have an actual challenge. If you guys could eat at a North Indian buffet for both lunch and dinner, like a full meal at a buffet, I would pay for your buffet meal, bro.
If you
What is
hated
it
that
about
much.
your
dude.
meal?
Huh? I don't hate it. It's just like after I eat like one, like if I had that for lunch, I just pass out, bro. Like I'm just like so
Oh,
full
yeah.
after the one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do it twice.
Wait, I'll take you up on that though, just for the free meals.
Yeah, I'll take a free meal, you know.
I watched a video once on YouTube where it's like this like basically just a bodybuilder, like strongman guy. He goes to only buffets when he eats because the amount he's paying versus like the amount he's eating, he's like actually making
yeah,
money.
yeah.
He's like the only person to actually make money at a buffet.
Yeah.
He's making
And so the owner's like, I fucking hate it when this guy comes in every time.
Do you
I don't know,
guys watch like Matt Stoney videos?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
No.
Yeah. There are theories that these people just like throw up afterwards. Because
believe
I don't see how it's possible for him to maintain like,
Or like they like
a thin
they
body.
like they
eating
force
much.
themselves to throw up, or like they just actually throw up.
I think they just eat and throw up after.
Like
I don't know if they force themselves, but I guess.
this Matt
Yeah.
Stoney dude will eat like fucking like literally 10,000, 15,000 calories within an hour. Like he's a fast eater too. Like he's like
yeah.
like he'll eat some crazy fucking shit.
Is he a big guy or?
No, he's literally
No,
like my
no.
build, like fucking like 5'7", like 130, 150. like, somewhere
Holy
in
shit, that's
between there.
crazy, dude.
Bro, I
It's-
feel like
it's
that
ridiculous.
like weight of the food is more than he weighs. How do you do that?
I don't even know actually.
Bro, I don't know. These guys drink a lot of water to expand their stomach, and then they fast. I'm guessing, but I just can't see a way that these guys don't throw up afterwards and keep.
There
their-
has
I
to
think
be-
they're
there has to be
cows
some
and they have
genetic
4
thing.
stomachs.
Do you
That's
think, do you
what
think he still
genetic,
enjoys?
and also, what do you call it? If some people can eat glass, then this guy can definitely do this, bro.
Do you think they still enjoy eating?
No, it's a job.
Yeah, like, is it just like a
It's a job,
for
right?
I
entertainment
think he
purposes
still
now?
enjoys it because it's like for him it's like more like a time based thing. Like, can I finish like this, whatever, like 70 pounds of gummy bears in an hour? Yes or no?
That's so insane.
Yeah, but then
No.
he's not enjoying the food, right? He's just enjoying like the
It's like
The
can
It's
I
a
exhilaration.
challenge. It's a
Yeah.
the challenge.
Well,
Some
I think in
people-
the beginning they enjoy it, right? Because they fast for a period of time, so then they're actually
Oh,
hungry.
well, speaking of fast, this episode went by fast.
We'll get better at this, guys. I promise.
No, we won't. I'm not sticking to that promise. but I think that's as much time as we have for this week. We want to thank Anant for coming through. Is there anything special you want to say before you head out, buddy?
No, not really. Thanks for having me. That was fun. Good luck in your
Thanks for coming
challenges,
through.
man.
Yeah,
I'm holding Harsha to that
we'll
50
get-
nuggets.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in the future. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely, if you liked it, head over to our Instagram at An Interesting Discussion and drop a like, a couple comments here and there. That'd be much appreciado. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this week, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.
Oh my god.